What's going on, guys?
We're good. How are you?
Scott and Ollie from Good Neighbors. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate that.
Thanks for chatting.
Do we consider you a new group or no?
Yeah, I would say
I'd
so.
say, yeah, pretty new.
Yeah, I mean, it feels new to me, but I mean, the two of you have been probably making music longer than 2024. So tell me about that beginning. How did the two of you get together?
Well, we've known each other for like 5 years, probably more years, but we just don't want to admit. But I think it's about 5 years, and we started out as like soloists, and then kind of, to be honest, just got quite bored. So our solo careers slowly fizzled out, and we morphed into more of like songwriters, and that's where we kept bumping into each other in like circles in London because it's a small scene. And then like last year, Scott found a studio in East London where there was two rooms going. So I was like, I'll take the other one, and started to do my sessions in there next to his. And we would just hear each other's tunes through the walls, and it was all very close. And then we had a bit of spare time, like end of summer last year, around August, when neither of us had many sessions. So we just got in, hung out, and just made tunes for the love of making tunes, not for anyone to hear.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, it really felt like we just stumbled across this project that maybe we had been quite blind to doing all of these years. And yeah, made a bunch of tunes, started playing some local gigs, and then in January just got really lucky and wrote a song called Home that everyone seems to love.
Does the name of the band literally come from the fact that you were neighbors within the studio?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me about that moment then when, when Home suddenly was it intended to be a song from the start? I know you posted a clip on TikTok, but was it a full song at that point
No,
or no?
it was just an idea at first, like a chorus that we'd been sitting with for a couple of weeks and didn't know what to do with. So we just thought we'd, throw it up online to, don't know. We were trying a couple of, we have a song called Keep It Up as well. And we tried posting that as well. And then Home just like took off for whatever reason. And then we had to work backwards and write the verses and figure out the structure and everything after.
Was there a moment of panic when that happened, when you kind of realized, oh my God, we're going to have to finish this now?
I think it was just like overwhelming. Like it's what everyone wants to happen, isn't it? So we were just like, yeah,
It
gobsmacked.
works.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We were having a pint for every, what was it, 10,000
Yeah,
views we got.
we were gonna have a plan for every 10,000 views, and then it went to like a million within like 5 hours. So we slowly sacked that off gladly. Otherwise, maybe we would never be here.
When, so this happens to you, and were you on a label yet?
No, not at all. Just us
Oh
two.
my God, nuts.
Yeah,
That's nuts for you then. So somebody
yeah,
reaches out and it also then it turns into like, we need you to make an album.
yeah. I mean, kind of. We That was the weird thing. It was like it still confuses me how worldwide TikTok is. So like, it was blowing up mostly, I think, in America and like Australia. So like within, I think it was like a few hours of this like silly clip that we put up, we had like, yeah, label heads from America being like, I work for this record and this record station, already in our emails. And we're like, how has this even happened? We weren't even going to be a band a few hours ago. And then now, yeah, it's crazy, but it's great.
So is there an album in the works?
There is.
There's an unfinished demo sitting in front of us right now to be
Yeah.
Wow.
finished. One of many.
And is the intent to have that finished before the tour starts? Because that's happening in like less than a month.
Yeah, the tour, I think they'll have to put up with not knowing any of the songs, but we're gonna have an EP out probably mid-tour, I believe, which is very exciting. We've got a new single come in on Friday, so we're hoping people can learn it within a few weeks before we get to America.
Wow. And I mentioned the tour starting in September. You've got a bunch of dates in the US, Canada, there's a bunch in the UK, and then it's, Belgium, France, Amsterdam, all over the place.
Hmm.
How much experience do you have as of today performing on stage, being so new? Is there a lot? You got a
Yeah,
show?
we're lucky. Like we've both spent the past 10 years kind of like honing it and like doing pubs and covers and
Mm.
like been through the ringer for sure. So definitely feel like we got thick skin for that.
Yeah, so you've got that experience already. That's good.
Yeah, these are good gigs to play. There's no such thing as a bad gig after some of the ones we used to play.
Have you been together long enough to know what your sound is or what you want your sound to be?
Yeah, I would say so. I think we were really lucky, like when I say about us writing last year, it was a new experience for me personally where we had no management, no label, no anything. And it was just me and Scott writing for me and Scott. So the music was only informed by us and it was only like to pleasure our ears, basically. And I think we're really lucky that we had so much time, like months, to hone in on a DNA that we liked. And now we really feel like we know exactly what the staples of Good Neighbours are. There's like certain vocal chains, certain synths, and certain guitar tones that like we don't stray from because it paints this like really exuberant and like vibrant picture. So yeah, I feel really confident that we're only going to be delivering better songs as we learn it more and more.
Well, it's a great single. Happy to be playing here at that station. Excited about the tour that kicks off for you in September and looking forward to the new album. Gentlemen, thank you for the quick conversation. I appreciate it.
Nice one. Thanks so much.